Hi, Dan Lindsay, Four Oaks Family Homestead. Good morning. Another chilly Oklahoma Saturday morning.
Yes, chilly and sunny.
It is sunny out.
I'm
That's
like,
definitely nice.
It's sunny.
It feels nice when you're in the sun, but you're not. And I'm like, my fingers are frozen, so
My toes are frozen.
I have lots of warm socks on.
But my forehead feels fantastic.
Awesome. Hi, what's going on today?
Well, I don't know. I think maybe the first thing we should mention is how we are having remodel construction fatigue, and we are having it strong.
Remodel fatigue, yes. I think it's a thing.
Which is better than the word, I said hangover, which I'm like, that's not the right word. He came up with fatigue, and I was like, that's the word I was thinking of.
There you go, yeah. Because we're not done yet, so we have to be done in order to have a
hangover.
Hangover, right? But anyway, so it's I don't know, it's the thing. We've been working on this since September. Going strong, but kind of took a bit of a break for the holidays. It was not
September. Okay, let's just be honest. You were up on the roof in like July.
Hadn't closed yet, but that's true.
Yes.
I was working on it then.
We bought from excellent people. We like them. They were helpful, and they helped us out. So that's why we hadn't closed yet. But it was July, and then August. I think you started ripping stuff out in August.
Yeah, you're right. It was the end of August.
So it's been longer than September.
It was toward the end of August, which is what I was thinking September. But yeah. September, October were 2 months of just full time plus a whole bunch of extra time going straight at it. And it was a lot of work, a lot of moving things in, a lot of moving things out, cleaning. I think the worst thing of construction is trying to clean up after yourself. And I know I don't do that all the way, but I try. Once we're doing it, you've got to get to a point where you can live in the middle of this. So it's like you're constantly moving everything in, constantly moving everything out during the middle of everything.
We're still doing that.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's exhausting. Not to have some kind of routine has been really, really hard. And our routine, like, some days you'll be fine and it's like, oh, okay, we're getting in the groove, and then other days it's like you throw something in and you're like, all right, here we go again.
Right.
But yeah, it's exhausting.
But we're still plugging away. Again, want to be working in the master bathroom. I've done a lot. I've cut out all of the blocking for the pan liner. I've made both the shelf and the shampoo holder shelf thing, on the shelf being the step, I should say.
Okay, I was like,
yeah, exactly. And the half wall, which we're putting in there as well. So I've done a lot of stuff there, and I've prepared the floor, prepared the drain. All that stuff is ready, but I just have not got to the point where we're done anything yet. So it seems like I've got all this work, and there's still nothing is completed, let's say. But I have. We're at the point where I'm going to start pouring the actual pan. So it's awesome that we're getting to that point finally, but it's taking a lot longer than those professional plumber guys have it done in one day. Seriously, I'm like, I should have it done in 2 days, right?
I don't think you should compare yourself to a professional plumber, babe.
Because I'm definitely not. If there's anything that I'm not, it's a professional plumber. Because that is like the worst thing that I could possibly imagine.
Like, shout out to all the professional plumbers.
Professional plumbers, shout out.
Like, you all are awesome.
You guys are awesome.
I don't want to pay for you, but just kidding.
Me neither. but if but at this point, would it be worth it? Yeah, probably.
Probably. We would have a shower by now.
Us doing the pay as you go remodel. It's not in our
longer.
Not in our thing. It takes longer. We're in the middle of winter now, and while the weather is nice now, it makes it a little bit more difficult once we have to bail when it starts raining and move things. I don't want to be sawing everything in our garage because all of our stuff that is stored in there is going to be covered in everything. So I try to make sure I'm outside. And
we have like our freezer in there and an elliptical and things that should not get sawdust in them.
Right.
So on top of our other stuff. So it makes it hard. Last thing I want to do right now is paint.
Well, we have a lot of paint to do once we finish with the stuff.
Oh, we do.
I got to paint all the shiplap that we're putting up, and we've got to touch up just all the things that get nicked and notched and stuff as you're assembling.
And living.
Right. And then we got all the paint for all the trim that's got to go in. Sanding and painting, so that'll be a lot of that too.
Oh, there's so much despair in that thought. I'm like, I don't want to, but I will.
But I don't think it'll be bad. I think once you're actually to the point where you're like, all we've got left is the trim, it'll be a satisfying experience that we're to that point. And it shouldn't be that long, Lord willing, until we get there.
Excuse me. I do keep coming up with new things, and I just haven't voiced them yet.
Because I know they're coming up. There's always stuff that we can do to make it better.
There's always stuff.
Which is good.
And I think we're at the point with this home, like when we first bought this land, we're like, okay, we'll live in that home, and then eventually we will build a house on that land. And I think we need to come to the realization that that might not ever happen, and this might just be our home. And it will be the home that our grandkids come into, hopefully, Lord willing, or we'll just give this home to our kids, or one of our kids, and then we'll move into a different home.
That's what's going to happen. We're going to give this home to somebody else, and we're going to build a bigger, nicer home out where the woods currently are, where we have better access to the garden. I can walk straight across it. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
not really.
But it is what it is. We just need to be thankful for what we have and make it our home. Yeah, absolutely. And be content with what we have. It's not our dream home, but
we can make it really nice, even if it isn't our dream home. So the construction fatigue, I am less motivated when Friday evenings come around. A couple months ago, I would have been like, okay, I'm working until 11 o'clock at night. It's Friday. Let's get stuff done. Mm-hmm. But I didn't. I sat on the couch, watched a movie, hung out with the boys.
Fell asleep early.
Woke up late. I mean, seriously, I slept in. Not late, I guess, but late compared to most people, I would think. I don't know.
No. No. Late compared to most people?
No. Late compared to myself.
Yeah, late for him. I was like, no, babe. Like,
that's true.
I was early
up by 8, but usually I'm up by 6 on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
And I slept in. I was tired. Mm-hmm. So we gotta get past that and just plug ahead. So that's kind of what my thought process to myself was, just get that foot out one step in front of the other and just keep going. It won't get done unless you just keep going, and what you do get done is done.
Wow, that was deep.
Wasn't that deep?
That was so deep. I'm like in awe of him right now.
She usually is.
I'm always in awe of you. Sometimes can you be in awe but it be like a what in the world awe?
Rolling my eyes in awe.
Like,
is that what you're talking about? Ice drain roll, awe.
Like, ah. Oh.
Yeah, that's
I try to maintain the eye rolls.
Anyhow. So what are we doing today? What we got going?
I have laundry.
Man.
I have more reorganizing and clean up the mess that I made on Monday and Tuesday.
Well, you got a lot done though. You moved that entire room into a craft.
Yeah, we combined rooms and made it to different.
It was nice.
Different. I do need to move all of my craft stuff out from the She RV because I don't want a She RV. Like I went out there for like 2 days and then it got cold and I was like, no, I don't want that.
I think I would like that for something. I don't know what. I don't really do a lot inside though. That is extracurricular.
I don't know. Like it might work in the long run, but like right now, I just didn't want to ever even go out there because it's cold. And first of all, we don't even have the slide out, and which I know we can put out, but we have to move cars around. And then when we had snow, we were walking in there, and then the floor was getting filthy. The carpet got stained with red dirt. I gotta try to figure out how to get that. So I was like, okay, this is more work for me. I'm cleaning more. And I already have a house to keep clean. Right. Why would I want to keep the RV clean too?
It makes sense.
I don't know, but
so I think that moving it in our house was a better idea. That way, you're able to have easier access to the craft stuff. Mm-hmm. The boys wanted to do like guitar stuff. They're doing like recording type things in there, so it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
And that way, they're doing homeschooling there as well, and they're kind of set in a spot, and they don't have to squeeze in their room to do homeschool as well, which can get, I don't know.
It's a lot.
It can be. I feel like you're being a little bit closed in. If you're always in your bedroom, I could see that being an issue of always doing homeschool in your bedroom.
Yeah, like one thing I've found as a struggle is things don't necessarily fit in this home like they fit in our other home, and because it's a different floor plan, it's a different home. So whenever we move, we're like, oh, well, that worked great, in our dining room in the other house, but we don't got that room here, or this worked great in the living room here, but it's different now. So just finding what works that we have and not going out and having to spend money on new things.
Right.
But, yeah. Oh, well.
So that was nice. And so doing the move of the craft stuff from the Shivi into the house. So we'll get that taken care of. Mm-hmm. And then you're working on laundry. Oh, man. Good fun.
No, I have more than laundry. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, sounds good.
It's just a lot. Like, the boys' room is scary. Our room, I have lots to fold. Floors to clean. Dishes to do. Bathrooms to clean. Do you want me to keep going? I have a lot to do.
No, don't keep going. Stop there.
It's been a crazy week. And I didn't like the craziness of it.
Yeah, but we got a lot of things I think that will work better for us in the future. So I mean, we got to start on it anyway.
Yeah.
And myself, I'll be in the master bathroom trying to get the prepared to get mortar in. So I have to put the blocking that I've cut into place, and then actually I think I'm at a point where I'll be mixing mortar today and putting it in there for the shower pan.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so
I'll be excited to see that.
I think to myself that's like step number 1, but it's not. It's like step number 50. But when you see people doing shower pans, they're at the point where they just pour the mortar the first day. And I'm like, well, it's been about 3 weeks for me, so. But
a lot of it has happened in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Christmas,
and we
years.
Exactly, and we do things, and I want to make sure that we spend enough time with our family. I don't want to in locked in a master bathroom for during holidays. So anyway, it's busy time, but back at it. It's the next week after the new year. Got to get stuff done. So I've got a laundry list of many things I need to accomplish, and this master bath shower has got to get done. So tiling is big, and it'll take a while, and hopefully not as long as I fear. It'll probably take as long as I think, but it won't take as long as I hope. See,
you're so deep today.
I know I am totally.
That extra sleep did you well.
Lindsay always says that whatever it is you're doing takes like 10 times longer than you say it's going to.
Because he has unrealistic expectations.
And it's true. It's true. I've come to the realization that it is true. So now I'm stepping back and what I hope will take, I'll tell her what I hope it will take, and then I'll tell her what I think it'll take, and then we'll realize that it'll take about twice as long as what I think it'll take now. So I'm estimating 5 times longer than I think it'll take. As well, I'll tell her it'll think it'll take.
I don't say that to be a discouragement to you. I say it because I don't want you to get your feelings hurt and be like, I don't want you to be like upset and like down on yourself for things not getting done as fast, because it's just life. So I always want you to go into it like realistically. Like my thing is always like plan for the worst and hope for the best and just be thankful for the difference.
That's awesome. It's true.
No, that's a good way to look at life.
Well, see, then I always find myself wanting to do other stuff as an OCD person or ADD person. There we go. I don't feel like I'm an ADD person, but when I in the middle of something that I don't like to do, like plumbing, everything else in the world is more exciting and more apt for me to hop onto than that. So I just gotta grab my nose and stick it on a grindstone somewhere and
what is nose to the grindstone? Oh my goodness, I was like, what are you saying?
I'll get there eventually and get it done, because it's got to get done anyway. So move ahead and get this thing taken care of, and I've talked about this shower for long enough. It's time for me to talk about something else, like gardening. I am so itching to get outside and till our entire area of garden. And I'm like chomping at the bit, and I want to get this shower done before I do that. So I've got to get done. Go, Dan, go.
Go, Dan, go.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Talked about long enough about this one thing. Seriously. All right, so that's it. I guess we're gonna get at it.
I do know what that means. Yes, get at it.
All right, so talk to you guys later. All right, back in the bathroom again, and what I'm doing is going to be putting up the blocking for the shower pan liner to attach to, and coming in the area over here, we're going to put our soap holder, and framing in this the step for the shower. So I'm going to get that taken care of. Now the next step will be putting in the mortar base, and then the shower pan liner. Alright, so my battery died, but we got some more work done. Got the blocking here, this side of it, for the inside of the shower. So just the lip or the shower, I don't know, I guess it's called a lip. You step over that, keeps the water in obviously. Got the blocking in over here, but not secured yet. I do have this one in. And get another screw in here. But I gotta get it in here as well, all the way around. Screw these guys in, and then we'll be ready for the roofing tar on the bottom under the first layer of mortar. So that's where we're at now. Alright, another day here. I'm actually doing the pouring of the mortar, the initial pour of the mortar, the shower pan. It's going to go below the pan liner, and then, which would be then below the actual shower pan itself, which gets tiled. Got my bucket, I got a big old bag of mortar. Don't look to me for instruction on how to do this. There's plenty of tutorials on YouTube that are way better than this one. I'm just going to do it and hope it turns out well. Alright, I got the mortar mixed up. You'll notice that this is not like anything like concrete where it's just soupy. This is almost kind of like biscuit dough. So you form in a ball, it'll stay, but you can grab it and it'll break in half. So that's how the texture you want it, supposedly. So it's all ready to go. I'm going to start laying it down and put it in place. So I definitely don't have all the tools that I need, but when you only do this one time, you don't want to buy everything. So you just make do with what you have, right? This is my notched trowel. It's not correct application. Just gonna start popping it in here. Start on the outside. Let's get it in. And then I'll work with it outside of the actual tub. So don't forget to put in your sheet metal under the pan. I would never forget as important as that. Take two. Alright, so quick update. Here I am, and still in the master bathroom. As you saw, I finished pouring the mortar underneath the shower pan liner, and that worked out really well. I have my my drain here plumbed. Now it's put through. You have to cut a little X in the drain and just push this through. That way, if any water gets under here, it all drains back into the drain hole. So the next step in this is to pour the top of the shower pan liner, which is another layer of mortar on top of this. There's little holes here called weep holes. That is anything that water permeates through the mortar or anything else, it will all come and end up right here, and the water will then again drain back into the drain. So what we need to do is put a little bit of this rock on top of these weep holes. So you use the actual drain with plastic on top, screw it in place, and fill these little rocks around where these weep holes are at. That way when the mortar gets up to there, it doesn't actually block the water from draining into these weep holes. So the next step is the next layer of mortar and get these little rocks around the weep holes, and that will get us to the point where we get to put up the cement board on the sides here, make this place start looking like an actual shower again. So we'll be ready for some tile after that. So here we go. The point out was over here in the one corner. It was pretty easy getting this shower pan liner up here in any corners. I would fold it and tuck it behind, and I use roofing nails to pound it into place. You know, once you push down, it's nice and tight, snug all the corners. The only issue was right here where we had to bend out instead of just the inside corners. So here obviously we had to cut the liner, and then I used a couple of patches along with this corner piece just to make sure that there was no issues with water getting in here. The last thing we want is to have some water leaking in our shower. So I used the cement under here to bond them together. Here and here, any spot there's like a little line is completely cemented, solid, all up along here. So this is, I have full confidence that this is waterproof. Any water gets under here, it still is going to be draining this direction anyway because it's all sloped away from the edges down toward the center. So that's where we're at.